All right, my name is Omar. We're here at Functional Core Fitness, and today we're going to be covering the leg lowering exercise. All right, today is going to be another core exercise. We are doing a leg lowering exercise. Now, the leg lowering exercise, you will see everyone in the gym doing this exercise. You see a lot of people doing it. It's a very popular exercise. But the question is the core of the individual doing the exercise activated and stabilized while performing the movement? Now, here's the key. My hip movement is going to be extremely important in this position. Now let's cover the hips. Now if the hips, pretend my hips are a bucket of water. If my hips are level to the ground, the bucket of water does not spill, or the water in the bucket does not spill. If I tilt my hips forward, they call this anterior pelvic tilt, now the water would be pouring forward. My hips are leaning or tilted forward. Now, if I go to the opposite direction, it's called posterior pelvic tilt. Here. Now the water would be pouring from the back of my body. I want to make sure when I perform this movement that my hips are centered or neutral. Metaphorically speaking, the water would not be spilling if my hips are while performing the exercise. So here we go. Now, I'm going to lie on the floor. I'm not going to use my hands to assist me. If I use my hands to assist me, it takes away from the stability of the core. I want to make sure that I activate my core and let my core perform all the work. So I'm going to place my arms out to the side, and I'm going to place my head on the floor. I don't want to look up and perform the movement. I want to make sure that my ear, shoulder, hip is in a straight line. That is neutral alignment. Now I can also perform this exercise with one leg, or we can do it with two legs. I'm going to show you the two legs and show you what the most important part of the exercise is. So whether you're doing a short version or long version, you will know the most important part of the exercise. Now, as I activate my core, you're going to see that my back is flush against the floor. If I arch my back, which would be a anterior pelvic tilt, there'd be a huge gap in between my lower back and the floor. Activate my core where my back is flush on the floor. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to place both legs up in the air. I keep my core activated. I don't want to arch my back where my back is separated from the floor. Now, I'm only going to lower my legs until my core either deactivates or my hips tilt in an anterior pelvic tilt position, or metaphorically speaking, the water pouring from the front. Now, when I come down, I squeeze my stomach, but I do not hold my breath. The distance between my ribs and my hips do not separate too much. As I bring them up, I maintain my core activation. I'm still breathing and activating. I'm not holding my breath. That's going to be key to this exercise. Coming down slow, never releasing the activation of the core, no gap between the lower back and the floor. Again, stomach nice and tight. Make sure that we don't hold your breath, and then you're coming right back up. If you were doing a short lever, you would just bend one leg, short lever, the single leg. You can always bend one leg to help stabilize, keep the abdominals nice and tight, lower the leg all the way until the back arches or the core deactivates. Okay, we can do either one. We can do long lever or short lever. Either way, you now know that the most important part of the whole exercise is the activation of the core and not deactivating or creating a space between your lower back and the floor. I hope that all makes sense. We will see you next week in the next video.